It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely. Election 2020 updates. With 2 weeks away from the Electoral College voting, what is now happening in the states of Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, Arizona, Nevada? Well, what the mainstream media is just not telling you about. Well, we got what you need to know. That's now on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, click like, leave your comments. Definitely help us out and share this video now, because a lot of the social media sites that we use like to do a thing called shadow banning, where they suppress our videos and sometimes they even cut us off in mid-conversation. Babe, what was the last one we did?
I was with you.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes. What's your reason,
Harvesting?
Karen? Yeah, ballot harvesting. We were talking about ballot harvesting?
You just said it. They're gonna cut us off
No,
again.
but then I put it in a complaint. It's how you said it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I couldn't even remember the word. What do you mean how I said it?
Yeah, they did us a favor then. They're like, let's cut this idiot off. I'm not calling you an idiot. The show an idiot. The show. All right. Yeah, it's 2020. 2020 in a nutshell. Election-wise. All right, here, let's go to the update in what we're looking at in... Yeah, this is in Georgia. No, let's do Pennsylvania first. Pennsylvania. Oh, this one's interesting. This is something. So, they're doing all these hearings now. Like today, they were talking in Michigan. Up to 280,000 ballots disappeared after being transported from New York to Pennsylvania. First things first, why was there any votes being transported from one state to another?
It's a prime opportunity to fall off the truck.
Man. So so here's how this went down. This guy, Jesse Morgan, a truck driver for a subcontractor with the United States Postal Service, said that at this conference that he was driving a truck filled with potentially up to 288,000 ballots on October 21st. And the truck and the ballots, well, he brought it from New York to Pennsylvania to Virginia, then was told back to go to Pennsylvania, Lancaster, parked his rig there. The next day, comes back. The truck is there, the rig is gone. So they're looking into that one. That is what the. So this guy just came forward today with his affidavit, and plus and also in Pennsylvania, looks like it's going to be going to SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States, there, where they're challenging the the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. In 2019, they created a law. The legislators created a law. That's how it works. And that's on a primary or election day, ballots must be received by that day, so November 3rd, 8 p.m. And no ballots afterwards. Well, a couple months ago, the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, they wrote that you can have the ballots come in after that voted on and law day and time. So now it's going to the Supreme Court, because Supreme Courts don't make laws, they enforce them. Only legislators can make laws. So if they wanted an extension on voters, they had to go through legislation first before Supreme Court. So that's why this is going to the Supreme Court of the United States. All right, any questions about Pennsylvania? No? Moving forward. We got to breeze through this one because we got to get to Georgia. So these Dominion voting machines. Have you heard about these?
A little bit.
It's crazy.
Talk about the one China about.
China may have bought these Dominion voting machines.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. This is just recent information coming out in these lawsuits. In October of this past year, China
Now, they bought them or did they manufacture them?
bought them. Oh, they already had Chinese parts in it. But I'll tell you, this is crazy stuff.
They make everything.
This is crazy stuff. And now, so Georgia, now they were trying to wipe these voting machines, but a Georgia judge said, no, you can't wipe these machines. They're under a federal investigation and a lawsuit.
Yeah. Can't touch them.
Why would you want to delete them then? That's crazy.
Didn't he come back though and say never mind?
Yes, and then the judge goes, never mind, to that never mind. That's very good. Yeah, so also the that's I'm not sure about that China stuff, but what is interesting with Dominion, so it's a Canadian headquartered company. Canada doesn't even allow them. Canada, paper ballots. Which, by the way, that's the way to do it, okay? With verification and the whole bit. But with this Dominion and the Smartmatic software, Venezuelan, the Venezuelan the technician that created the software, all right, also was saying how the votes from this election from the Dominion goes to overseas servers in Germany and Spain.
Wow.
Why? Why the hell would our votes be going overseas to be counted?
They shouldn't be going overseas in the first place.
No, and
Once they leave the borders, this should be non-essential. Well, you know.
and they're finding out with these
Lord.
machines, the voting machines cannot be hooked up to Ethernet or Internet. Guess what they're finding out now?
They hooked up to the.
They were hooked up to the Internet. These voting machines are supposed to have either some type of thumb drive or, you know, and that thumbstick gets carried to the counting place. Well, now they're telling you, a lot of this is being looked into, but the mainstream media is not reporting on any of this.
I wonder why.
They don't like this Trump guy. They just don't want him in.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, I don't care. I don't care about nothing about that. I'm just care about why they doing this and not telling people what's going on.
I just want the integrity of an election. I don't care who it's for,
Right.
what it's about. I just want because let me tell you something.
Because
if
if
you
it-
screw with our elections, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, we need a closed loop system.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
the only
sir.
real, because even, I heard arguments earlier today at a meeting for paper ballots, and even when we had a paper ballot system, there was still fraud.
Right.
You could fill a paper ballot box full of paper ballots, and then somebody knows that area is pro one type of party. That whole box could end up in the river.
And that's why and it's happened. We've seen it this year with ballots in the river and the garbage. And that's why voter identification. Okay? I go to buy anything. What do I need? Here's my proof of ID for my bottle of wine, right? Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with a voter ID. This whole racist thing, that's nonsense. How is it racist? I heard this argument from someone the other day. It's racist to demand an ID.
How's that?
Well, I guess they can't go to the bank and open up an account. Because guess what you need? An ID. You're right, Garrett. Richard Reason. Garrett, you got to have something that has that what you said closes all these friggin' all these loopholes that they have. Michigan, a witness tells the Michigan State Senate, which I think that just ended this panel that they were having, of widespread voter fraud in Detroit. So election monitors told a Michigan State Senate committee today that they witnessed widespread fraud during the counting of the absentee ballots in Detroit, including the scanning of some of the same ballots multiple times in the tabulation machines. Like, these are people that are going under oath, under the laws of perjury, raising that right hand in an affidavit saying, hey, I've seen this. Go look at the proof. Yeah, so one of the workers contacted for work of the Dominion voting. Oh, the Dominion voting system is kind of. She said that she witnessed this the election workers at the convention center scanning mail-in ballots multiple times whenever a machine jammed up on the folded paper. Now those votes, they're saying every time you insert them is another casted ballot. Sometimes the ballots, rescanning them 8 to 10 times. Interesting. So let's go to Wisconsin. They did a recount in Wisconsin, came back saying, hey, we found more votes for Biden. Well, the recount is now creating an actual audit because Wisconsin's got one of the most toughest absentee ballot laws out there. And now, because they did the recount, they put aside 220,000 ballots that are going to get looked at for irregularities, not matching signatures. Like man, I don't care who you voted for, who you think is going to win. This thing is far from over.
I don't see how they get them for non-matching signatures, though, because every time I sign my name, it's different.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Well, that's how they do it now. So now they have the signature and the person's ballot, right? And now they actually contact the person under this audit system, where they actually contact the person, hey, is this your vote? And now they're finding out, hey, is this your vote? Why is this the third time we're calling your house? It's very interesting what's going on here. And they're saying that it's going to be happening with 220,000 ballots just out of Wisconsin. Arizona. Let's go to Arizona. A large percentage of people who just moved to Arizona voted. So a woman who said that she worked as a volunteer poll observer in Arizona's Pima County claimed that she was told by election officials to allow people to vote who may not have been properly registered to vote in Arizona on Election Day. Again, a violation of voter rules. Moving forward to the Maricopa County in Arizona, where Maricopa Chairman Linda Brickman on November 3rd testified before members of the Arizona State Legislature that she personally observed votes for President Donald Trump being tallied as votes for Democrat presidential nominee Joe Biden when input into Dominion machines. These friggin' machines. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, so these judges are now looking into what's going on. We'll find out what happens. Stay tuned. My guess it's all going to SCOTUS. We'll see what happens there. I don't know. Yeah, Arizona lawmakers call for a resolution to hold back electoral college votes. Nevada. Nevada judge orders inspection of election equipment. Again, this Dominion stuff. So, hey, no matter what you voted, what you think happens, yeah, it's not over. It's crazy, though.
I think that's the biggest thing is you would think that everybody would be all on the same page on let's make sure that the system is secure and that all the legal votes are being counted and that, I mean, everybody, no matter what side you are, and if you're a decent person, I feel like you would care about that. And
we've been trained because media doesn't call who the president of the United States. AP doesn't say, oh, here's the winner, projected winner. That's a projection. There's no such thing as president-elect. That's a media made-up stuff. There is no such thing as the office of the president-elect. That's not a real thing. There's no such thing. So, media keeps putting it out there, right? It's called gaslighting. You keep saying. Well, media, slow your roll. Start reporting on this stuff because it's going to be going to the courts. It really is. Race to 270 electoral college votes, which they'll be voting on in 2 weeks. There you go. All right, anything else about election stuff, or can we move over? It's good times, right? Hey, let us know what you think, all right? Make sure to hit the buttons, the bells, whatever, all right? It's crazy times. Buckle up. I'm going to look more into that China purchase from October through a Swedish bank account. What the is going on? Yeah, but hey, like we were talking earlier, just want to make sure we have clean, fair elections, legal elections. This ain't no third world country. All right? It's not why we raised our right hands to do what we had to do. Craziness.
It's the Joe Padula Show.
Bada bing.
Clarksville's conversation.